Hey, Jess. Hey, Kayla. Hey.
Hi.
Hey. Hi.
Okay.
Um, I am solo. I've been solo for the last 4 days, and then Piper's having a little trouble sleeping. So, if I have to get off, that's why.
Yeah.
This is my last day alone, so I'm thankful for that. Christy's on there. I seriously don't know how single mamas do it. Crazy. All right. I am going to mute everybody. We're going to keep this to a maximum of 30 minutes, but it'll probably be shorter because we want everybody to stay with us. All right. So this is such an important topic, something that I've had to learn a lot about since starting what we do. It's at the forefront of what we do, because if we're not branding and attracting people, we're going to lose people really, really quick. I'm sure in the beginning, because I didn't know what I was doing, I definitely turned off people. And so we want to make sure that we're not causing people to unfollow us, but instead be attracted to us and what we're doing. So I'm going to go over a couple different trainings, and then I'm going to share a post with you all that I did recently, actually today, that kind of just shows you an example. And I also have an example from Kayla and from Megan, as well as one from Bridget Ryan. I could have gone all day trying to find posts. They're everywhere, but we'll talk about that in a minute. So your brand is what attracts people to you. It's your livelihood. It is the storefront of your business. So if you think of things like Coca-Cola, Target, like for me, I'm obsessed with Target, and like Target to me just is like a warm, fuzzy environment. I love everything about it. I love how it's organized. I love that there's a Starbucks there. I love that all the employees wear red. Like, it makes me feel good, right? And so, if you saw something related to health and wellness or fitness, gut health, would you think about a person who does plexus? And so you want to be that person, right? That when somebody sees things about health and wellness or feeling better or being an energetic mom or gut health, that they think of you, right? And they want to come to you for help for that particular thing because you're the expert in it. Just like I want to go to Target to enjoy my experience there, they want to come to you. So that's the aim of it. So think about what your Facebook, your Instagram, and other social media profiles look like. Who would they attract? Look at leaders' profiles. I think the people that do it really, really well are people like Bridget Ryan and Rebecca Folks. They portray health and wellness. They portray happiness, excitement, and they add value to their audience. And so, looking at these leaders, actually any leader in Plexus, for the most part, exemplifies this. They've gotten to really know their brand, and they put that out on their social media pages. A lot of times what you'll find with these leaders is that there's not a lot of mention of plexus. You don't have to use the word all the time. You don't have to throw up graphics of products. So whether they're, crunchy moms or nursing mothers or CrossFit people, whatever their brand is, they are expressing that through a story on their social media outlets, whether it's Facebook or any other one. When you're out and about, you're also branding yourself. Maybe you're wearing your workout clothes. Maybe you have something on that has to do with plexus, but you're that brand 24 hours a day. Always make sure that the lights are on in your storefront. This goes back to consistency. If we take a break from this, people are going to know, right? It's like the same thing, like when you drive past a store and like one of the lights is out in the sign, right? It's not as attractive. And people are waiting, I promise you, for you to stop, because they're going to say, oh, yep, see, it didn't work. She wasn't that into it. And so making sure that you're consistent with your brand is super important. So what you want to aim to do is add value. Think healthy recipes, if that's something that you're really into. That's something I've been trying to do a lot more of, because as a busy mom, I'm looking for things that are quick and healthy. And that can be challenging. So I've been really digging into those things and trying out new recipes and sharing them with my audience. I recently just posted about these egg muffins I made that were really, really good. Jessica Dieterle did a video, which videos are like, you take a post and take a video. Videos are 10 times more effective, if not more. But she did a video with her kids with vegetables, making these roasted vegetable recipes. And I was super interested in it. I want to do it. I'm actually going to, try that recipe. And so those are the types of things that we're looking for. We want to make people not only think of us, but want to do business with us. Want to be a part of what we're doing or have what we have. A challenge for you all is to get with somebody on your team or sideline or whomever and look at each other's profiles, examine them, and be very honest and critical, constructively, obviously, of how they can improve their storefront. I think that can be beneficial for all of us, because I think sometimes what happens is we get a little lazy, or we don't plan, and then we just end up slapping up graphics and really turning people off. So get an accountability partner for that and check out each other's profiles. So some Facebook tips. We don't want pages filled with slim packets and probiotic bottles, okay? That's the last thing we want. We want to make our profiles and our pages, our feeds, like a reality show, our story, right? So find your jam. For me, busy mom, organization, healthy recipes, my journey with my autoimmune disorder. Obviously, I can't really talk about that too much, but a lot of the things I'm doing is because of that. Give info and add value. I talked about the videos. They're so important. They're way out of my comfort zone. I need to get better at doing them more often. But if you see like those people that I talked about earlier on, they do videos all the time and they get tons. Emily Roberts is awesome. Madam Jill Renfro. Like, I want to watch them. You know what I mean? And I'm not going to buy boxes from them. But it's interesting. They're funny. I get that we aren't all Jill Renfro, right? We don't all have that humor, that ability to do that on the camera. I certainly don't, but that's okay. Be you, right? Find your niche and what makes you thrive and what makes you able to add value. Hashtags. Okay. I'm not going to go too much into this, but there's a huge purpose for them. Do not use Plexus hashtags. The only people that are going to use those are other Plexus people. You want to use hashtags for those things that you're trying to target, especially on Instagram. So let's say your jam was like stay-at-home moms or homeschooling moms. Like, those are the hashtags that you'd want to use. So make sure that you're strategic in that. There's lots of trainings on hashtags that you can look up. When they go to your page, are they going to want to watch what you have, or want to read and look at what you have? Or are they going to say, spammy, infomercial, unfollow? Really, really look at that. Our goal is to intrigue, to create curiosity, not to give all the information. I think the more information that we give, the more wordy we get, the more scientific we get, the more we lose people. We don't want to be the gateway for that. So our job is to simply attract. Attraction marketing is huge. It's a huge part of branding. Another thing that there's tons of trainings about. So dig into those. Posts like, maybe you're on a field trip with your kid. Why is she off on a Monday? Maybe, something about running or having a ton of energy. Like, why does this mom of 4 have so much energy? Like, I want that. And while you're building your brand, make sure that you're not only, are piquing curiosity, but you're making it fun and engaging, but also that you're investing in yourself. So while you're building your brand, you want to invest in the things that you like, your hobbies, things that really are important to you, so that you can invest, learn, and then teach. So ILT, invest, learn, and teach, so that you can utilize that on your Facebook and social media pages to add value. And I'm just going to end with a quote of, and we've heard this before, but people do not care how much you know until they know how much you care. Okay, it's about the relationship and it's about adding value. It's not about being a scientific journal or infomercial. I'm going to share my post really quick that I did today, and then Megan's up. So this post that I made this morning, and actually if you look at my page, not many posts have been plexus specific lately. Okay, here we go. All right, where'd it go? You guys see that? Okay. So it says, when your kids wake you up at 6 a.m. on a Sunday morning because they want to see what the elf is doing. I didn't mention Plexus at all. I mentioned Mom Fuel. It has nothing, there's no like salesy graphics. You know what I mean? These are my children. This is my life. This is what helps me get through my day. And other moms might be attracted to that because their kids probably did the same darn thing. So that's my example. It's super simple, but instead of putting, just a bag of Slim up there with my post, you know what I mean? This makes it way more engaging and real. All right, Meg, you're up.
Okay, great. Yeah, so some of the things might feel a little bit repetitive, but I think that it's all going to be really key and kind of meshed together.
Yeah.
So it is like, how do people see you? What do you find yourself talking about the most? And those are the things that you want to be posting about and using on your Facebook feed. When they see you out in public, or someone brings up your name, what are the things that they think about? So what do people think about when they actually see you walking towards them? All of the things that you would put on that list of things, if you were to actually think about that, like what do you want people to be thinking about you? That's going to be your brand, right? And so the key is when you are posting about the things that you like, somebody will see it and say, hey, you know what? I like that too. Maybe we should connect on that. And that also turns into a relationship, right? So you're building your brand, but you're building your relationships with your brand. So people should know what you like. They shouldn't be guessing what you like. When they hear something or see something, so say they sing a song on the radio or they go to Target, maybe because you've been posting about those things that you like, they start to think about you. Like, oh, you know what? Kate might like this. Or, hey, you know what? My friend Jessica might like this. They might even call you up and share it with you in the moment because they know what you like. And I think what the thing is that they start to build that trust with you, the trust that you're committed to your likes. You don't waver on what you like. You're not jumping around. And you can use the things that you like as your follow-up. So when you start seeing your friends posting, once you start recognizing what your brand is, you can start following up or reaching out based on mutual likes between you and that other person. Say you see their post, you can say, you know what, I'm going to send them a message and say, hey, you know what, I really like that recipe. Or hey, I see that you're going vegan. What's that like? Stuff like that. The thing is that, and I kind of mentioned this just a couple of seconds ago, but the idea that they see you committed to your likes and the things that you like, but also committed to Plexus. And it's kind of like what Kate said, hey, are you going to quit? They're watching to see if you're going to give up. So it's the same idea, whether it's Plexus or not. Is she just liking that because she wants us to think that this is who she is? Or is she being real? And then also the idea of building off corporate brands. You want when corporate, well, let's start with this. Like Kate has said, like wearing your shirts, your hat, your keychain, your cup, taking cup out. Those are conversation starters. That shows that you're committed not just on Facebook, but also in real life. And also trying all the products. Do you know all 15 products? If knowing a fun fact about each product, maybe not the scientific know-how or the details or exactly what each product does, but just having a fun fact, because if somebody were to ask you a question or bring up one of the products to you, you don't want to look like a deer in headlights. You want to at least have something that you could say back to them. Also, the idea of the things that Plexus does, what corporate does when they, when they do donate to veterans. Are you there? Okay. When they do donate to, say, the veterans or the walks that they do, the breast cancer walk, those things like that, make sure you're sharing those because it shows the accountability and that network marketing is real and that it's not something to be skeptical about. And it builds that belief that the positive, and the positive thinking towards network marketing when you share those things. So that should also be a part of your brand when you really think about it. A part of your brand should be your why as well. Share why Plexus, why these products over others. Why did you choose these products over other products? And make sure you're consistently updating that because it will change over time. One thing that was interesting to me is this whole idea of sharing your hobbies, your likes, and Plexus all at one time on your Plexus feed. It's like, well, when do we do it? How do we organize it? And I thought this was really interesting. The idea that posting Plexus only at 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. So 7 a.m., talk about something that's related to Plexus. Throughout the day, your brand and your likes and your hobbies, and then 7 p.m., something kind of towards Plexus. And it, like Kate said, it doesn't have to say Plexus in it, but something that's oriented towards Plexus because those are the busiest times during the day for traffic on Facebook. And so that was just a tip that I thought was interesting. So when you're trying to think of what your hobbies and likes are you a sewer? Are you a reader? Are you a nursing mom? Are you a veteran? Are you a military family? Do you like to go to movies? Are you, do you like math? Do you like science? Do you like recipes? All those great things. And to find like-minded people. So we've all know that there's groups in Facebook. Make sure you're looking for those groups on Facebook, but also out in public. There's flyers at your gym, at your library, at your church. Those are ways to find like-minded people. Even sharing, things that you make at home, things like that. Also looking into the color personality test. If you haven't done that, the green, blue, yellow, red, when you are sharing your brand, your hobbies and your likes, just be careful not to be only sharing to one color personality. Because if you like all the fun and great things and you're always, I've earned leaders retreat, talking about your Lexus, talking about the fun things with Plexus, you may be starting to leave out how you can help others with Plexus. And that's a yellow personality. And you might be hurting your business more than helping it. So just be careful about that. The one thing that's for suggesting posts, a suggestion for posts was to ask questions. I'm just curious, who else loves the pink drink that I drink every morning? I'm just curious, who do you like sitting in rush hour traffic every day? That kind of intrigues people, gets them commenting. Position yourself as an expert, be able to overcome objectives, find answers to questions, because you don't want people coming to you and, like I said, a deer in headlights. You want people to be confident in the fact that they want to be a part of what you are doing. They would love to join your team because they are confident that you could help them be successful as well. And if you can't find the answers, make sure that you have people that you can go to get the answers. People that you can go to put in a 3-way message or a 3-way call. Credibility is huge. Credibility is part of your brand. If people don't find that they can trust you or that you're going to know know your business inside and out, then they're not going to want to come to you. They're going to end up going to somebody else. Also leadership books. This was interesting. Like, make sure you're picking the leadership books that fit your personality, because if you start reading one and it's not interesting to you, you're going to start getting turned off. Your motivation is going to go lower and lower. So one was like, if you want to fake it till you make it, go get GoPro. If you want something fun, because you want to find the fun in network marketing, Sarah Robbins' Rock Your Network Marketing Business is a good one for you. But in the end, we all should be utilizing our welcome packs for how to brand ourselves and how and as a leadership beginner for us, because that resource is incredible, and it has checklists of things that you can do, and it also explains in there ways to market yourself. Even if, as we're talking about this and it gets you thinking, that is a huge resource as well. And then the last thing is just the hashtags. Hashtags are huge. Those link us to other people. That shows your brand through your hashtags, and can help people find you if they're looking for a certain topic. And I think in the end, people come to you because they can rely on you when they think of something, and it reminds them of you, and you don't waver from that, and they are confident that you're going to follow through with what you say and share, and it really is truly you on Facebook.
Yeah.
So that's where mine ended.
Awesome. I'm just going to share your post real quick. I know that, like, for Megan, I'm sure you guys, follow Megan too. You would agree that a lot of what she posts about is, there we go. Oh, does that work? No. Bleh. Like, I think of fitness for sure with her, just because that's what she's into. I'll get this up in a second. Sorry, guys. Okay. Let's see if I can do it now. There we go. Okay. So here, Megan, you want to just talk about your post real quick?
Yeah.
Where'd it go? Okay. My computer's acting really weird. Okay, can you see that?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Right. Okay.
So when it talks about, because this post popped into my mind, because when it talks about like the things that you like and the things that you do, this being a math tutor is a huge part of my life, and it's also another passion I have. And so when you can see that it's Michael, that you can even see that's Michael's hand, his nails are painted, that's his homework. He is a third grader. I just thought this was really real, and I put in my hashtags, positive mindset, math for the win, mama, I'm a math tutor, tutor math students, that type of thing. And so when somebody thinks about math, they will think about me. If they think about tutoring, they can think about me. But it also shows another part of my life, that Plexus is not the only thing in my life, that working out is not the only thing in my life, but math and being a tutor is also a part of it. So I thought that was helpful and useful.
For sure. And I think that the whole thing is, you connecting with other teachers, other tutors, other people that are into math. If you enjoy doing this, you never know who you might connect with through that part of your brand, and probably an untapped, you know what I mean? You're not going to be looking, like, if you search like stay-at-home moms, you're going to find a lot of people in network marketing. You know what I mean? So that's a great outlook for you. Thanks, Meg.
Yeah.
All right, Kayla.
Okay. So I actually did some research and looked into Gary Vaynerchuk. Love him. I don't know if you guys have all seen him or not, but he's definitely somebody that I'd look into if you haven't already. He has built multi-million-dollar businesses in many different ways, and he just is a really awesome, real person. So what he talked about a lot was depth versus width. If the people care about you, then you're going to win. It's not necessarily who's going to have the most followers, because if they're not real and they don't care, it doesn't really matter. So you want to really focus on the people that are following you and be real with them. So he actually made a really good example for this one. He picked say a band, like 98 Degrees. You guys are all going to laugh at me. But I just listened to 98 Degrees today. And it's not about like everybody liking them. It's about that I love them and I'm a diehard in a way for them. And so it's, you know, it's important to me. And so if you have those followers, that's what's going to get you customers and ambassadors and people that really value what you're doing and why you're doing it. A great example for branding that he kind of lives by, I don't know if you guys have seen him talk about this, but if you've watched anything of his, I'm sure you have, he talks about what his ultimate goal is, and that is to one day buy the Jets. He says he's wanted to do this since he was in 6th grade, and he actually has people from his 6th grade class saying, I remember him saying this, and that's his goal. So he's working towards that goal. And the way he portrays it is he's constantly saying, you know, I'm going to do this because it's going to get me towards my goal. And he brings us in from the outside and makes it feel like that's our goal as well. So when he hits that goal, it's going to be a win for all of us in a way because he's made it so real and authentic. And that's just something really key that we got to focus on doing is our posts. Are they real? Are they authentic? Are they going to pull people in, or are they like shallow and wishy-washy? Another thing that he talks about is don't take for granted the people that are following and commenting. They don't have to follow and comment on your pages, on your pictures, on your Twitter, whatever you're on. So he would actually stay up to like 2 a.m. a lot of nights responding to every single person. I'm not saying go respond to every single person that comments and likes every post of yours. I know that can be hard, but just don't take that for granted. Make sure that you are, you know, engaging with those people and being real with them and authentic and just loving on them because they're the reason that you get where you're at currently and in the future.
Can I interrupt you for 1 second?
Yeah, go ahead.
So that just brought up something that was on the 12 Diamonds of Christmas was, you know, a way to do that, because obviously we can't comment on everything, you know, with Instagram and stuff like that. But pick 10 people that are not related to Plexus and focus on them this month. You know what I mean? That and building that relationship with them. And every month do the same thing where you pick certain people to invest in and your relationship. That might just make it a little bit more feasible for a lot of us. So go ahead.
No, absolutely. Yeah, I like that idea. Because like I said, it's not feasible for us all to stay up till 2 a.m. It's awesome that he was able to. But, you know, it's not realistic a lot of times. So just make sure that you're, you know, connecting with those people. Let's see. He also talks about doing videos, and you have to do what's right for you. So Kate does a lot of videos on Facebook Live, and she does trainings, which is awesome. But some people are not great with videos. They're just not. Jessica Carney, I was talking to her the other day. She gets like physically ill days before she has to do a video. And that she's serious. Like, I thought she was joking. She's very serious about that. And if that's how you feel, then you're not going to portray yourself well. You're just going to be a mess, and that's okay. You know, you don't have to be real and authentic, or you have to be real and authentic. You don't have to be doing videos in order to get across to people. So make sure you're finding what works for you. I'm not a good writer. I honestly talk or write too fast, and my brain goes too fast, and I can't get the words to make sense on paper. I'd much rather do a video. Some people are better at blogging. So you have to find what works best for you and then go and talk to your audience that way. Don't feel like you have to do Facebook Lives or blogging or anything like that, because whatever's going to make you the most comfortable is going to be what catches your audience attention. With that being said, you don't want to make excuses and say, oh, I'm not good at Facebook Live, and so I'm never going to do it. You know, you still have to go out of your comfort zone. And then, Kate, if you want to pull up my post, I have a couple things, but I can do both at the same time. What he talks a lot about is your content and how you want to be authentic, and you don't have to sell everything. You know, a lot of people sell Scentsy, Plexus, you know, all these different things. You don't have to do that. You can, but it's not going to be as real and authentic. So pick what you're good at, what you focus on, stay in your lane, and do what you're good at. I've learned actually lately that I'm obsessed with my dogs as I was going through photos and deleting them. And I'm currently trying to become a runner because I don't know why. But so I'm, sharing this journey with everybody on Facebook and Instagram. And this is one of the posts that I made. And my poor dog is rehabbing, and we're working together. And it's showing that it's authentic. It says in there, I did not want to go for a run. I hate running. Like, I hate it. If you know me at all, I hate it so much, but I'm trying. And that just shows you, like, just because I'm doing it doesn't mean I want to, but I'm still going to feel better afterwards. There are a lot of days where we all feel like, hey, I don't want to do plexus, or hey, I don't want to, get out of bed, or I just want to stay at home and not work. But you got to do it anyways. And showing people that is going to make you connect with them and make them realize that we're not the quote unquote perfectly healthy people, and we don't have to be, because that's not what it's about. We're not about being perfect. We're about being real. And then lastly, he says truth trumps everything. So make sure that you're stating the truth regardless. Don't be lying and stating other things, because people see through that. Like I was saying in my post again, I didn't want to, but I still did it anyways. People know I don't like running, so why am I going to say, oh, I love running, I can't wait to go? You got to be real and authentic, and then people will believe you, and they will jump on your board and enjoy it. So yeah, there you go. Got it.
Here, I unmuted myself. Okay, I just want to show you guys this post. This is one from Bridget Ryan that she made a couple days ago. But it adds value because it shows this cool book, right? Candy Lane or Candy Cane, and where you can buy it. And then this awesome recipe for a healthy treat for your kid, right? And this is way better than showing a picture of P96 and saying, get yourself some. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is totally different. And so I love Bridget Ryan and her ability to brand. It's pretty amazing. So definitely follow her. Rebecca Fulks is another really, really good one to follow. And Jessica put up a quote here that I think is amazing. Bob Heilig is somebody that I'm starting to get more and more into. I just watched a LinkedIn training of his, but it says, whenever you make a post, think, does this create curiosity or raise resistance? What a good thing to think about before you press that post button, right? So definitely something, a filter to kind of put through you. And also, if you guys do find somebody to kind of go through each other's profiles, that's a great question to ask while you're doing that, and just, constructively helping each other maximize your brand. So I hope this helped. I hope this gets in the hands of the people that need to watch it. So please be sharing with your teammates who might struggle with this. I know it was something I struggled with big time in the beginning. So it's not rare, but it's so important if we want to do this the right way and successfully. So Megan, Kayla, thank you. I appreciate your participating and helping, and everybody else for hopping on. And I'll see you guys later. 12 Days of Christmas starts tomorrow. Bye.